It's showtime.
Who are these socials?
Taking down the other podcasts one by one.
Who are these socials?
That clip is why people make fun of you.
With Karl
This is all just for the radio.
and Mike.
We have a lot of business to take care of.
Who are these
We are
socials?
the number one podcast on the internet today.
WATS.
Welcome to yet another episode of WATS, the show thousands of people come to answer the age-old question, what's the deal with social media? This is the only show about social media that isn't subscribed to Tom Myers on Blue Sky. I'm your host, Karl Hamburger. With me, as usual, is Mike Aguirre, a.k.a. Blind Mike. What's up, Mike?
Folks, now that I have a mortgage to pay for, I'm going to need you to listen up when Karl starts telling you about the super tip aspect of the show.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you're taking it seriously now.
I'm on board. Now I get it.
I got some bills to pay.
Hey, the creators get more money and you guys get to interact with us. It's all so
Right.
clear to me now.
You know, there are rumors going around that Keanu Thompson took on 5 guys at once while Gino watched, and that I won't read your super chats, but the latter is just simply not true. I will read every single super chat, but as you guys know, I don't read so good. I can't see real well. I don't read so good. I'm dumb. I'll tell you how dumb I am in a minute. So if you want to participate in the show and support us, you can do that by going over to supertip.gg/WATP. Try it. It's fun. Go over there. Take a
It's
look at
great.
it. Go look at it over there. It's amazing. All right, Mike, we got to get right into things today. The way we start off, who are these socials, is not with a clip from TikTok. We don't start that way. We're going to get there.
Ridiculous.
We're going to get there for sure, but we don't start that way. No. What we do is a little thing that we like to call banter. And, you know, Mike, I let you describe what this is last week. You did such a great job. I'm going to throw it over to you again. Can you tell the people what this banter
good.
bit is?
Well, it's when we ease you guys into the program, where we kind of seamlessly weave our way into having a conversation. And out of nowhere, you're thinking, am I hanging with my friends, Karl and Mike, right now? Am I in the room? Am I part of the conversation?
That's correct. And the way that we get into banter is with a stinger.
Banter is all that I hear, all that I know, all that I care about. Banter for life, banter till death, banter with Karl and his co-host Mike. Yeah.
Now, it's a good thing we're doing the show right now. It almost didn't happen. This morning, I woke up in Dallas, and I grabbed an Uber to head over to the airport.
Sounds like a really sad, like a Alanis Morissette song or something.
Yeah. I head over to the airport, and I got my TSA pre-check. I'm all excited. I walk right up and give him my enhanced license.
Oh,
And
good.
he hands me back a note that says, "Take this to the Delta ticket counter. We can't let you in." I was like, "What? Take this to the Delta ticket counter. We can't let you in." What the fuck? So now I'm like, what's going on here? Am I been flagged by the FBI? Did they find
Sure.
out what's on my hard drive? Like, I don't know
About
what's going
time.
on. So I go over to the ticket counter, and I walk up, and I show the woman.
You said, what took you so long?
He finally got me. Delta's the one who caught up with me. I showed her my boarding pass, and she goes, "Oh, that's the wrong airport." Did you know there's 2 airports in Dallas, Mike? No. All right, I'm functionally retarded, but here's, in my defense, let me explain what happened here.
What did you type into Uber? Just airport?
So, I flew into the Dallas-Fort Worth. That's like the
Okay.
main airport. So that's why I went to leave Dallas-Fort Worth. Here's the thing. I know there's 2 airports in Chicago. I know there's 2 in New York. They're called very different things. LaGuardia, JFK. You're not going to screw that up. Both airports in Dallas start with the word Dallas. So I just see on my ticket that just says, you know, Dallas Airport, and this is
You
your
saw
Delta.
Dallas and you stopped reading. Good enough.
So I run out to the taxi stand, and I tell this guy, I'm like, "Can you get me to the other airport, please? And I really need you to step on it." And this fucking guy was running red lights. He was driving so recklessly.
good.
Yeah, it was outstanding. I was like, all right, I got the right guy. I couldn't get into an Uber or a Lyft and have someone do that. You got to get a taxi driver for that shit.
Now, did he say, I'd be curious, did he, when you said that, did he go, happens all the time? Or did he kind of, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Not a single person thought that this was a normal thing to do, to show up at the wrong airport.
Okay, just making sure.
I know. I was hoping they'd just be like, yeah. There'll be few more that come down here like this too. Don't worry about it.
Follow the line of all the other people that made the
Right,
same mistake.
who are at the wrong airport. Jesus Christ. So that cost me $100, but I did get to the airport and got on my plane. And
That says a lot about your
thankfully-
airport regiment that you had enough time to change airports and still make your flight.
Well, so it's only about a 25 minute drive from one airport to the other. And thank God my wife convinced me to get the TSA pre-check because that does come in handy.
Yes. Oh, definitely. I got that too. It's
Yes.
a life changer.
Wow. I know they treat you very special when you go to the airport.
Yeah, I am. It's the one place I'm kind of a king. Although
Yeah.
they do talk to me like I'm retarded. But they don't talk to me. They talk to me and they go, "Is he okay if we bring him through the?" I'm like, me? You mean me? Yeah, I can.
Can you see if his pockets are empty? We need to make sure his pockets are empty. He's like, dude, yeah, my pockets are empty. I'm standing right here.
But
All right, good. Well, so you get treated like you're retarded, and I just act like I'm retarded in airports. That's
Way
good
to
to
do
know. The other thing I want to talk to you about. So my trip to Dallas was very interesting. Of course, I was on Alex Stein's show yesterday,
I heard this. Yes.
and Alex was trying to convince me that John Cerasani's a good guy that would be a good friend.
I heard
And
that. And really, his only argument was like, he and I both like steak. He likes steak. I like steak.
No, he literally said, he's like, yeah, he gets comped all this stuff at the casinos, and he hooks people up. Like, he can get a free dinner, he gets drinks and stuff. I was like, this is the exact thing that I've been saying. John buys all of his friends. Alex, you're one of these people.
What a nice man. What a
So
great guy.
I just thought that was hilarious. And then I'm glad you saw it. We did talk about how you can't make a living playing blackjack.
No, it seems unwise. I'm glad Alex knew that. Alex can say he's a great guy, but at least even he knew that he's like, no, his method is bullshit.
It's not a profitable endeavor, for sure.
I like that it's not just, I mean, maybe it's bullshit. Maybe he doesn't believe it. But I like that even off camera, he's saying to people like Alex Stein, he's like, no, I have a system. You don't understand. It's foolproof.
Right.
I'm different than all these losers.
He doesn't really promote his blackjack book much anymore, does he?
I haven't heard that actually. No, I haven't heard him talk about that.
I have some curiosity. I kind of want to read it.
I'm sure it's a terrific read. I'm sure it's a great piece of literature.
Yeah, he's a great author, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'll be riveted either way. Also, what's going on this week? Holy shit. Tom Myers was on WATP yesterday.
I saw that. I texted Vinny Paulino. I'm glad he bowed to the king. That was
Yes.
He finally got his comeuppance.
Well, I know that you and Tom are buddies.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to check out the interview. Of course, I was absent on WATP this week, but Adam Bush was hosting the show and asking the tough questions. And I learned that Tom is terrible at accepting any type of criticism. he just will not accept
He was
it.
grilled by these animals, and I thought he did a good job staying in the pocket.
I love that he admitted the reason why Make America Innate Again, the reason why I use that word is because
That was
it rhymes
tough.
with great.
That was tough.
Why did you use that word? It's like, it rhymes with great.
I'm a people person, damn it! Like he just hadn't. He was breaking in that moment, but under the grilling of Adam Bush, I understand the hot lights.
That was rough. But anyway, so that's all the stuff. Of course, Mike is moving hours away from where he lives now.
Can I ask you one other thing about the Alex Stein experience?
Please, yeah.
Is it disappointing at all just going out there? I assume I don't really know what Alex does for like numbers or anything, but I assume he has a big platform. He's a very well-known guy.
Yeah.
Was it disappointing at all that you're like, I'm here to promote my stuff, and there's no way anyone is listening past the Joey C segment? Were you like, there's no way anyone that doesn't already know who I am is staying around after this.
I told Alex multiple times, like, there's no way anyone in your audience is following this conversation that we're having, because Alex goes so deep in the Dabbleverse. He's getting into all the nooks and crannies. I'm like, I can talk with you about this all day, but this is crazy.
I thought he would have been closer to never mentioning the Dabbleverse than bringing up Joey C in the first 5 minutes.
Dude, what's so funny is, so I got booked on Normal World. I was on Dave Landau's show on Tuesday. Yeah. And when I got that booking, I texted Alex and said, hey, man, I'm going to be in Dallas. I'm going to be at the studios there doing Normal World. I'd love to come on your show. And he wrote back immediately, yeah, Karl, great. So I invited myself on. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to be the main guest. I thought maybe he'd pull me on for the last 10 minutes or something. I've seen him do that with other people. Right. Like he would just do a show and then maybe I'd show up or something. But no, the whole show is just talking about the Dabbleverse.
It was very funny. I was surprised. Good for Alex.
But Normal World was fantastic. Talking to Dave, Quarter, Black, Garrett, and Angela.
Is that out yet?
Yes, that is
Oh,
available.
okay. I'll check that out too then.
Yeah. So that doesn't talk about the Dabbleverse at all.
Okay.
I think I brought up Cedric John's name once, but other than that,
Very good.
that one was just me being a guest
Nice.
on the show. All right. Let's start off with some music. A lot of times we like to start with music on this show.
Who are these music? Who are these music?
By the way, if I sound out of breath or ridiculous today, I literally walked in the door, came right to the studio. I haven't even unpacked my bag or anything. Came right to the studio, set up my computer, and started going. So
The man's been to 3 airports that we know of. Give him a break.
well, yeah, actually 4 today I've been to. Yes, it's been a lot today. But anyway, this came in from Psychotic on our Discord. You can join there for free. There's a link at whoarethese.com to join the Discord. We have a channel in there for Who Are These Socials, and people send us great suggestions like this.
I feel so unsure as I take your hand and lead you to the dance floor. As the music dies, something in your eyes calls to mind a silver screen, and all is that goodbye. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet, I got nowhere though. So easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. Sure have no better than to cheat a friend. A waste of chance that I'd be given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you. Oh.
What do you think, man?
If I can be honest with you, there was a moment when you started playing that I mentally just like lost my place for a second. And then when I was like, this is a terrible jingle. Where's this going? I forgot what we were doing for a second.
We were doing content.
It was pitchy in spots. I don't know. I didn't feel it. When you first started the song off, it was a little weird, and there was a lot of pitchy spots all over. There was some pitch problems in it. You had a couple things going on. It was
Just
definitely a little bit on the pitchy side.
Yeah, I know that you don't get to go out to karaoke very often, Mike, so I thought I'd bring it to you.
I appreciate that. It's
show.
a toe tapper. It's going to be stuck in my head.
It is good stuff. I want to thank the people who are supporting the show, going over to supertip.gg/WATP.
Yay, super chats.
Starting with Anonymous.
I might be dead, but guess what? Nobody cares.
That's not true. We didn't even get into that. Lisa Boswell passed away this week.
I saw that. I never got too into her program, but I certainly didn't wish death on her, of course. So it's still sad.
I loved Lisa. So
I know you did. I was most hurt for you.
Thank you. It's a big loss for
Yeah.
me. And it seems like something that she could have gotten taken care of, too. She had a similar thing last year, went to the hospital and got treated for it. And she was being stubborn, wouldn't go to the hospital this time. She died from a UTI. Got to wipe from front to back, people.
Oh, jeez.
Ladies.
I was listening to the boys yesterday, Vinny and Adam and those guys.
Yeah.
And one of them, I forget, I think maybe Vinny said that her podcast partner, Helga, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Posted, very sad, Lisa's dead. And then like within the hour was tweeting about Trump or something.
Yes. Not even an hour went by and she's bitching about
They all mourn in different ways.
You got to get back on the horse, I suppose.
I suppose, yeah.
Wait, banter, Snow White in Michigan, online too. What you hauling today?
The Akimbo Pro with that. Thank you very much for supporting us with that. And we appreciate everyone who's here watching and participating in the show. You guys make it happen. I want to head over to Reddit and show you what's going on over there.
Who are these losers using Reddit?
What is it? Reddit!
Okay, so this one came in from Jay in our Discord, and he wrote, mental illness can literally drive you crazy.
I've heard that.
I believe you have. Let's see what's going on here.
Get away from my car.
Come on!
Get away from
really,
my car.
you? Boy? Get out of your car, boy! Son!
Go somewhere, crazy.
No, I'm not crazy. Get out of your car now.
You don't
Yeah,
want me to
eating your McDonald's?
You don't
Get
want
out
me
of
to
your
go
car,
outside.
asshole!
Get your order straight.
Come on. Come on now. I'm so ready to fight club this shit. Let's go. Come on.
No.
Come on. Oh,
No.
pussy. Pussy. You're a fucking pussy. Get a degree. Go to school.
I am what I
Go
eat.
to school.
I am what I eat. You see my car versus your car.
You're eating McDonald's? Go to school.
You see my car versus your
Go
car.
to-
I don't necessarily know where this video is going, but I will say you see a lot of videos that start with a woman mouthing off like this. You never see one that ends with the woman socking the guy and knocking him out.
No, and you're not going to see that today either, unfortunately.
Okay, I was afraid of that.
She's so ready to fight club this shit, but it's just it's not going to happen.
Bye.
Make $1 million a year, you
But you eat at
fucking
McDonald's.
son. No, I'm not eating at McDonald's. I was getting a coffee at McDonald's. You?
That's not
$2
eating?
bill?
That's not eating.
That's what millionaires do. They get coffee at McDonald's. Duh.
And they announce, I make $1 million a year.
Just happens to be a very round number, but that is the amount I make right now.
Eating? Take your ass on.
Get out of your car, pussy.
Go
Get out of your
home.
car.
Go home.
I'm here. No,
Go
come
home.
on.
Go home, Miss Washington. Take your ass home.
Come on. No, get your ass out of your car. Are you going to post this? Because you look like a pussy right now. A pussy with your, Get a degree. Go to school. Go to school. Oh, I'm putting it on the internet.
Okay. Here's what I liked about
I like that
this.
in her mind we're all sitting at home going, this coward.
Wait, I want to pussy this guy is. Right? I want to sock this bitch in the face. Just problem. What's his hang up? What I like about that is that, you always hear about everyone's a keyboard warrior and they're all tough on social media. They'll talk all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
This woman's like social media coming to life.
That's true. You got to respect this lady for that.
She's like in the comment section telling everyone to fuck off. And she's just doing it live.
I don't know that she'd win the fight, but she is asking for it. So you got to kind of respect it.
I kind of do for that reason. So yes, thank you very much for that suggestion. I thought that was an interesting back and forth. You don't see very often. Let's head over to Twitter.
All right.
Look at this tweet now. I don't know how long we want to roll this, but this one came in from number one Kumia Cuck in our Discord.
Okay.
And it's Bill Burr, and he's got another one of these hilarious rants.
God
that he goes
damn
on.
it.
And
I
Mike,
haven't prepared for this one. All right.
I know you're always ready to defend your buddy,
All
Bill
right,
Burr.
Let's see.
So let's see what kind of hilarious rant he was throwing out there on his Monday morning podcast.
Interesting race. And then sadly, I saw these clips of ICE going in and just fucking ripping these people out of their homes, and mothers and grandmothers and children screaming, no warrant. If fellow U.S. citizens are like, what are you doing? They like intimidate them, arrest them and shit. This is like Gestapo type of stuff. And it just blows my mind that there's a certain ugly segment of the American population that's enjoying watching these families getting ripped out of their homes. And you somehow think that America is going to be better if this is done. Like, so what?
It's a long setup. We're getting to the punchline. Hold on. Hold on, Mike. We'll get there.
So they took those people out. They're taking these brown people out that are living week to week.
That's right, Bill. They're just finding brown people who don't have a lot of money. And they're just grabbing them out of their homes and flying them to South America. That's what's happening here.
I will say this exonerates me because you guys will know I'll go to great lengths to defend Bill when I think he's right. This is crazy.
This is nuts. What's he doing right here?
This seems almost like he's heard the criticism and said, I'll show them. I'll get way more liberal.
I just want to know, like, what country allows people to come into their country illegally and just live there. I don't think there is one. It's weird.
This is my thing on Bill, and I stand by it for the other clips we've played. where Bill's always been like an anti-establishment guy, and it just so happens that he's talking about Elon and Trump, so people don't like that as much. This is something. It's a fake liberal talking point. Like this just seems like he's read headlines and is just talking out of his ass on this, which I am as well. But I don't think Bill has any real information. It just seems like a thing that angry people say on Twitter, that they're pulling brown people out of their houses.
Right. Throwing in the brown people is what really hit me, where I went, oh boy, Bill, you sound like a fucking idiot. And I'm sure his wife's very happy about this conversation. I'm sure.
All right, everyone, you happy? You've beaten me down. You win. You got me.
All right, we heard enough of this.
Unless it gets worse.
I don't know. I didn't get that far into it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That is Bill being the people he criticized forever that are like, just getting under the covers and sobbing because of something they didn't like in the news, instead of actually doing something.
Yep, that is correct. All right, let's head over to YouTube because our boy Delete Lawz has got something going on.
Yeah. I'll stop the show and watch YouTube.
Now, Mike, because I've been traveling today and because I'm also doing a bonus show with Dick Masterson later tonight, I did not get a chance to watch any of these clips that you sent over to me. So this is all going to be new to me. I also don't have them timestamped, so I'm going to do my best to scrub to where they are.
All right. But the first two, I think, were shorts, probably, right? YouTube shorts?
Oh, maybe. All right. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. Makes it easy.
I lived in a dungeon for 4 months, and now the chickens are coming home to roost.
I hereby sentence you to 90 days in the Clark County Detention Center on count 1, 90 days in the Clark County Detention Center on count 2, to run consecutive for a total of 180 days in custody.
Sentence suspended or?
Oh no, I'm going to start right now.
I'm going to raise thousands tomorrow to fund this lawsuit and to follow through and sue this corrupt, unprincipled bitch, Ann Zimmerman.
We do not threaten Judge Ann Zimmerman. I'm going to say she's a bitch for sure. She put me in jail. I don't want to threaten her. She has nothing to fear from me.
We're going to keep this civil with this cunt.
But this is the actual lawsuit. This is a fundraiser. Go to the GoFundMe, put in $5, $15, $20, okay? There is a gigantic weight off of my chest. We have sued the biased and unprincipled Judge Ann Zimmerman. We have sued her.
Are you fucking kidding me? He thinks he's going to sue a judge for finding him guilty?
He's done it.
He's literally suing this judge?
This biased bitch you're talking about? Yeah, that's no judge in my America.
With the help of your $5, $10, $15, Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPal, Rumble Rants.
And the amount was like $5,000 or something that he wanted.
Oh, weird.
Which is like, why do we need to pay that? If it was like if he had, was facing $100,000 in legal fees or something.
Sure.
And was like, guys, I really need your help. This is bearing down on me. I get it, but $5,000, just get it yourself.
Also, I love that he tries to get the sympathy by showing him in the courtroom and being handcuffed and sent to jail. He did a terrible job defending himself. Right. His attorney was completely unprepared. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They were trying to point to like some video footage. The guy didn't even bring it with them. He's like, you don't have that? No, I didn't bring that. It was terrible.
And by the way, like it is, if Chili, I don't know enough about his case. It feels like he did something wrong. But like if he didn't deserve to be in jail, it is terrible that he spent time in jail wrongly.
Kind of funny,
I don't
though.
think, I don't know a ton about the law, but I don't think the process is not. They look at the judge and go, now you're under arrest.
I was actually thinking about that because it's the 5-year, just recently 5-year anniversary from George Floyd, and of course Derek Chauvin is doing like
Carl celebrates every year.
Well, I said this on Normal World. I go, the way I celebrate is I had my wife put a pillow under her shirt and I point a gun at her, and the look that I got from Dave is just like, what the fuck did you just say? It was probably cut out of the episode.
He worked with Kumia and Steven Crowder.
I know.
I
thought,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. I thought we could do a George Floyd joke, but he looked at me like, why are you doing that? So afterwards, I go, dude, I'm sorry I brought up George Floyd. He goes, Carl, we get so many fucking notes from people and emails and stuff.
Oh, really?
I don't want to deal with it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I fucked up. But yeah, I mean, maybe that was the precedent that was set where it's like, sue everyone. Like, so let's throw this judge in prison, see how she likes it.
Yes, it's about time.
She's willing to do that to him. That's crazy. That's the newer video we just put out, huh?
Oh yeah, it's very new because he kept talking about it. The next short is that he doesn't want to, but he's gonna have to sue someone else.
Oh shit! All right, he is very sue happy. This guy.
What's going on out there in the land of the unfree America? There is a gigantic weight off of my foot, off of my chest. We have sued the biased and unprincipled Judge Ann Zimmerman. We have sued her ass. She has been sued. You know, unfortunately, we also had to sue Michelle Levitt, the judge who ultimately set me free from incarceration.
What? Sue everyone. What the fuck?
His hands were tied.
What's going on? Why don't you sue his attorney? That's what you should be suing.
Now, that part I don't get the part where you get to sue the judge and be like, hey, now it's your turn. But what I really don't get is like the judge that set you free. You're like, hey, I'm lumping you into this.
Let's play a little bit more of this.
On First Amendment grounds, we sued her on a Monell claim based on my lack of due process from my 5th and my 14th Amendment.
Jesus Christ.
And I like that he's like, I just didn't want to do it. But, you know.
He's exhausting.
I had no choice.
He is exhausting. He might actually end up winning this, where all of Las Vegas just goes, all right, fine, do whatever you want. We just don't want to deal with you anymore. Interrupt us all you want, man. It's fine.
Can you imagine if you got served and it was a lawsuit from me and you came out to do the show and I was like, I know it sucks.
I didn't want to do it.
I don't want to do it, man. Like, I hate it. Oh, it's eating me up inside.
Carl, I didn't want to do it, but my 14th and my 5th Amendment rights. That
was too much.
That last episode. So.
I'm just flesh and bone, for God's sake.
All right, let's go to this next video. So you got a few timestamps here. I will professionally scrub and find them for us, Mike.
Pro.
On the fly. Well, don't celebrate me yet. I haven't done anything.
I apologize. I should have had Casey Day do this.
No. I made Casey Day make our thumbnail, so I put it to work for us.
At least one of us is doing something with it.
Yeah, no worries.
I reserve all my rights, Ossifer. I reserve all my rights.
Oh, this is funny.
And you don't say anything outside of what I'm saying now. You only repeat what you see on the trifold. You don't talk to the pig.
Oh yeah, so this is a video of him hawking his trifold.
Great.
He's trying to make sure, but this is fired up chili that we haven't gotten in a while. This is him really trying to move some units. He's doing some selling.
I like that he's incorporating some humor into this now, and yeah, this is the way.
You like the Ossifer joke?
It's good stuff. Yeah, I like that a lot.
The information on your is your address on your driver's license correct? Ossifer, I've already told you, and I'm going to tell you again. I invoke my 5th Amendment right to remain silent. I'm showing it to the judge here on camera, officer. I'm showing the judge now for when I sue you.
You're not being very silent over there, asshole. I thought you were going to be silent.
Now he's so far we've got the judge that put him in prison, the judge that freed him, and this mythical third judge are all receiving lawsuits.
Well, I think the cop is too, right?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Leave me alone. Stop harassing me. You're a code enforcer. Go write your damn ticket. But don't you dare continue to harass me, young man.
Him saying that other people harass people is quite rich. That's all this guy does is harass people.
Well, it's layered with hypocrisy because there's also, like, if you go watch his newer audit videos, he's a shell of his former. Excuse me, I'm a journalist. May I please? But then when he's in front of this imaginary cop, hey, you fucking pig! Let me tell you something.
Right, he's got it all figured out.
And that's what I say to that filthy pig. That's how I talk to him. He works for me. I don't work for him. This pig works for me. I'm your boss, bruh. How many times have you guys heard me say to the cop, I'm your boss?
Too many.
Yeah, it's actually quite annoying.
It's exhausting. It's not true. It's not how society works.
It's also not. Yeah, it's also not true at all.
I am the highest ranking person here. You are below the line. I am above the line. You are a public servant.
This He's very worked up for a cop that doesn't exist and no one's been arrested in this. He's very angry.
I believe then this is where you start talking about how you pay taxes and the taxes pay that officer's salary. They love that.
Yeah.
That's good.
I
That's
forget.
good stuff.
It didn't dawn on me until I was just breaking down this clip. I forget he's an actor. You see his chop. You really see his chop shine here.
Yeah, what do you mean you forget? Look at this guy.
I know.
I was
so
sucked
lost in the character.
I thought it was really happening.
Yeah.
All right. A call to arms here.
People say you're hardcore. I'm the beginning. I'm the start of us fighting for our rights back. You are the resistance. When you do what I'm doing, then we're powerful. We are not powerful with Chili over here running around flexing his rights.
So wait, if we're all obnoxious assholes, we'll win? All right, I could do this for a month or two, I think.
He thinks this is like a speech in the movie Crash or something. Like,
Right,
yes. Bring all the races together, no matter your background.
We are powerful when you, the person watching this, pulls to the side of the road and pulls their trifold out and says, I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right. That means any further questioning is harassment. Now go write your ticket, code enforcer.
He always has to get some name calling in too. That's how you know that he's on the up and up. He's read the Constitution, and he understands that you can totally call these people any name you want to, as you're invoking your Fifth Amendment right.
I like to imagine if you zoom out, there's someone there going, "Hey, he's really giving it to this fake cop. He's teaching this guy a lesson."
All right, we got one more timestamp on here.
Okay,
this is you call this a must-have.
Oh, well, this is just why the trifold is so important. Go out and get one today, folks, because
okay, good.
You need it.
Back the blue until it happens to you. Chili made this video and he was screaming and spit was flying out of his mouth. You should have seen this guy. He was extra. And then your mom gets arrested. And then your brother gets arrested.
Right.
And then your best friend gets arrested. But your best friend, when he got arrested, they tilted him to just put him on the ground, but they broke his collarbone. He's in the hospital.
Warthog!
That did just happen to me and my family. How did he know that?
Oh, no. Well, because it happened to all of our families.
Well, yeah, it's happening all the time. This is what's going on right now. There's collarbones being broken, torture cuffs.
That felt like the world's worst dare speaker.
Right.
It's like, yeah, it's all fun and games. And then your mom gets arrested. It's my mom? What's my mom getting arrested for? Is it boring old lady?
He didn't have his trifold with his laminated driver's license, proof of insurance, and registration ready to go up in here. I also send you this nice fat rubber band when you get the indestructible trifold.
Wait, it comes with a free rubber band? Don't bury the lead, buddy.
Worth its weight in gold.
I really need that rubber band.
Fold. Nice fat rubber band that goes right around right there.
Nice.
Right around right there. If you don't have the $9.
How many of these things has he sold? Who the fuck is buying this shit?
Poor Billy Mays is a rotisserie in his grave right now. Just,
Right.
How you move rubber bands?
We got to get Gino Bisconti to try to sell some trifolds. He could be a pitch man for this.
I saw, yes, he's very good. Crazy Gino is pretty good.
He's pretty good.
And you can't afford one that I send to you through the email that you digitally print out, I'll give it to you for free.
Sick.
Whoa.
Good deal. Thanks,
Chili,
Chili.
Has it ever occurred to you that if you're talking to people that may not be able to afford $9, then maybe you're in the wrong business?
Yeah, you're not going to make that legal fund if these people can't afford
you
that.
need this to live, and I'll just email it to you if you don't have $9.
Real quick, so on this little piggy on Friday, we had Keanu Thompson on, and then Rocco had to leave to go to get dinner or something. Then he came back because we went on so long. I know you were messaging me.
Yeah.
And he came back on as Gino,
Yeah.
and he was like pitching products and stuff like that. I guess a lot of people thought that was really Gino, including like the Kino Casino guys.
Oh, really?
Were confused and didn't realize that was Rocco.
It is a great impression.
It is, but it's not that good. It's very, very funny.
Well, even the way you guys talked, it wouldn't have made any sense as Gino, the way you talked about it. But I guess if you're not expecting it, if you don't know who Tukey is or anything, I can understand it, I suppose.
Yeah, very funny. I saw that today in my group chat with those guys.
That's
like, Rocco's like, am I really that ugly? People actually think that was Gino? What the fuck?
Yay, super chats.
Supertip.gg/WATP is where you can go to participate in the show and help support us like Anonymous has here.
Delete Lawz. You can stay at my dungeon, art studio. Together we can con suckers out of their money and bring down the cis-het patriarchal system. ACAB.
Okay. That was two delete Lawz. I think the first word got cut off there a little bit.
He does not like dungeons, Woke Dad. You should know that.
Well, we don't know that. Dame Taft, Hackmania 3, starring WATB, promo code BEARS. Stop spreading false information. Hackmania has not been booked yet. I don't think WATB is going to be added to the list. My sister-in-law,
I think you're nixing it this early. Don't even bother teasing it.
My sister-in-law comes in and says, the wrong airport. Espresso martini. Is that something espresso martinis do? They go to the wrong airport or just dum-dums like me? I still can't believe I was at the wrong airport. What the fuck?
Well, sir, where's the airport? Over there, I guess.
So stupid. And then I get to the other airport, and I'm talking to a guy who works there, and I'm like, so Dallas is a pretty big market. Now you guys got 2 airports. I guess, yep.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big city. Okay.
You guys are doing pretty well.
Who knew? Matthew Riley, $5. I still agree with Mike. Burr hasn't changed at all. It's all about the funny.
That was a tough one.
Time to accept that I am the problem. He clearly hasn't changed at all.
It was a tough. Hey, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I admit when it's a tough one. You got to give me that at least.
I love it. All right, let's head over to Instagram.
Blinded like Blind Mike. Don't be a douche. Instagram in the night. Blinded like Blind Mike. Check out these reels, they might make you wanna fight.
All right, our boy John Cerasani is showing up on Instagram. And again, I downloaded these because I have to do that for Instagram videos, but I have not watched a single second of it.
Okay.
So I'm excited to learn about this.
Well, I envy you because when I watched them, I thought, God, I wish I could have that opportunity back to see these for the first time again.
Yep, right, exactly. It's like, seeing Star Wars or something when you were a child.
Right.
Like, I'll never have that moment again.
Yeah.
So is there anything you want to set up? You call this when he may need therapy?
Well, no, I was being facetious. This is just him being really cool, as he so often is. It's just showing us how cool he is.
Good.
First time I was in Las Vegas, I was 12 years old, and my parents stayed at that Circus Hotel. See that McDonald's right there in front of it? A pigeon took a dump on my leg. I was eating my chicken McNuggets, and plop, a pigeon flew over me and took a dump on me. It was crazy. It was crazy, all right? A few years later, we stayed not in this parking lot in a tent. It was a hotel called the Riviera. I gambled for the first time in Vegas when I was 15. My parents were in line checking in. Some guy at the table gets a little upset with me because I hit on a 12 when a 6 was showing. And he goes, yeah, I shouldn't have hit on that. You just tossed the damn table. I go, buddy, I'm 15. He goes, that don't matter. Blah, 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 blah. You're Gen Pal.
Well, hold on a second. This is ridiculous. Why would he be announcing he's underage at the table? They're still dealing cards to him?
I was wondering. I was like, did John grow up in a time where there was no gambling age in Vegas?
Right. What are you talking about? Also hitting on a 12 with a 6 showing? Jesus, John.
He was just a boy.
God damn, that's fucked up, man.
Well, listen to what this old man said to him. And this is actually kind of an interesting origin story. This is like the start of the movie.
Good to know.
John Cerasani.
He goes, that don't matter. Blah, 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 blah. You're Gen Pop. No, you're Gen Pop, kid. Oh, really? Well, I'm going to be playing football at Notre Dame in a few years. What are you going to be doing, pal? Oh, you're going to be frickin' staying at the Westward Ho, which isn't even there anymore, and begging for change outside of Slots of Fun.
He's still fighting with this guy? So when he was 15, he's still angry about it?
Right. There's just people walking to their hotel. Is that guy all right?
He's still
No, you're Gen Pop, Dad.
And not for nothing, but the guy at the blackjack table is right. He fucked up the flow of the whole shoe. What's he doing with this? Hitting on a 12.
Well, the imaginary man at the table is arguing with a 15-year-old, so no one's right in this situation. But
and I'm glad, though, that John goes, someday I'll be at Notre Dame playing football where I'll have 1 reception for 12 yards in my career. Like, his stats are not impressive. I understand. D1 football player, that's impressive. But I don't know.
John gave us the abridged version. What he really said is, I'm going to be at Notre Dame, then I'm going to quit my W-2 job because I sold my business for millions of dollars, and then I'm going to have 1 million Instagram followers, and everyone's going to love me.
I told Alex, I think this guy's going to be broke.
Wow. I know it's Alex's buddy, but I think you
Yeah.
were right in that.
I think I'm right about
Something.
that. All right, what's this next one? Dominating YouTube.
Oh well, this is big news. His YouTube numbers have skyrocketed. Now his videos, if you look at the views, there's something weird happening when you hear the amount of subscribers he's hit. But he's very excited that we're gonna have to check out his YouTube channel soon because there's a lot going on there.
It's great to hear.
I'm going to Vegas for 1 week. I leave in an hour. I want to share some exciting news with you guys. First of all, I got this from YouTube about 2 months ago. It's for passing 100,000 subscribers. As of right now, right this second, I'm at 207,000 subscribers. How has the YouTube experienced this tremendous growth? Well, it's simple, everybody. It's my long
WATS. Is that what it's going to say?
You're
Karl and
welcome.
Mike over there really been pushing me, and that's why people are finding it.
No, the real answer is I've bought followers.
Well, yeah, I think that's true. And we just passed 30,000 this week on
congratulations
on this very channel. Very exciting.
Hey, rising tide.
Well, it's simple, everybody. It's my long-form blackjack content. I'm playing at places and getting approval at places that simply no one else is doing. This coming week is going to be no different. We're adding Park MGM and Bellagio to the list. Yes, Bellagio. That puts Bellagio, Aria, Caesar's Palace, MGM Mansions, the Cosmopolitan. That video's up right now.
What the fuck is the difference? You're playing. I don't care what building you're in. You're playing blackjack at a blackjack table.
No, you're way off, man. When I'm watching Theo Vaughn, I'm like, he's got some funny quips. But imagine if he was in the MGM casino.
Yeah. He's not even an Aria. What's he doing? What a waste of time.
And he's like, it's my long form blackjack as if people are like, I mean, this guy pretending he's never lost money in blackjack is great. But is there any of him doing it for 20 minutes?
Some of the best casinos in the world who don't let people film usually are letting me film. It's amazing. Additionally, I have a live stream at both Rio and Resorts World this coming week. Hang on tight, kids. Last time I did a trip like this in Vegas, I came back with an additional $180,000. Let's see what we do. Much love.
You'll definitely win that much again, then. That's how gambling works.
It's funny you say that, Carl.
Oh, yeah?
180,000 is the floor. Let's see how the next weekend is going.
Oh, is that the next clip on here?
It is actually.
Oh, good.
What's up, ho? What's up, B? Night number 1 in the books, bro. How'd it go, dude? How'd it go? You lose all your money? Nah, I don't know, buddy. What's this called? We call it a bump.
Hold on a second.
How many bumps did you do? 1 bump?
What? I mean, he showed a $5,000 chip right there. That's what he's showing off. He's calling a bump.
Try 3 of those.
No,
Carl.
no, Mike, he's at 180,000.
You hold on.
Hold on. No, it can't be just $15,000. It can't be.
2 bump. 3 bump. No markers out. That's $15,200 we're up, pal.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, I mean, I'm not sneezing at 15,000.
It's fine, but you know, if you're gambling thousands of dollars per hand, I don't know. Okay,
Well, if
that's
you're
good.
calling, $15,000 would be great. If the previous video you posted wasn't, I only won $180,000 last time, so the sky's the limit this time.
But he
Less
also
than a
has to.
tenth of that.
He also has to say he doesn't have a marker out because him having $15,000 in chips is not impressive. He brings a lot of cash with him, and he has a line of credit at the casino.
Right.
So he could be down 100,000 right now and still have those chips.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
So we have no idea, but all right, we have one more John Cerasani clip.
All right. I don't remember what it is, but
You call it a true American.
oh, this is John celebrating Memorial Day, and tell me if one of these things doesn't quite fit the others. But he's paying tribute to this fine nation.
As an American, you have the opportunity to quit your job, work somewhere else, and make more money. You have the ability to say, you know what? I'm going to start my own company and hopefully be a multimillionaire one day. You have that freedom to do so. Go visit Pearl Harbor. Go visit the Arlington Cemetery and remind yourself that there's people that died for you to have that freedom. Go visit the 9/11 memorial. No, those people might not have been serving the country, but damn it, it was still an act of war against America.
They were like bankers. It's like a bunch of people in finance. The fuck's he
Thank you,
talking
boys.
about? Of the places he mentioned, that is the easiest one for me to get to. So I'm not going to Pearl Harbor. That's for
That's
sure.
good. That's true. Maybe it was just for convenience's sake.
Okay.
For these principles, today's Memorial Day. Take a step back, take it all in, and thank everybody up above for serving us. God bless the USA.
Just an empty thing while he goes and gambles $100,000.
He still doesn't know what he does. He still doesn't know what kind of influencer he is, does he?
No, that's a great point. And I didn't send this one because I just figured we've seen it enough times.
Yeah.
But there's a recent video similar to a Daniel Alexander video we have today. There's a John Cerasani video where if I sent it to you, you could easily be like, Mike, we played this 3 months ago. We played it a year ago. We played it. Like, it's just John Cerasani being like, I quit my day job. Why don't you do that?
So
we got it.
He's back to that again.
A
Guys,
little bit,
I never work a day in my life, and I'll be working all week filming these videos. I'll be putting on my YouTube channel.
Right. Yeah, quit your day job and then spend irresponsibly. That's the type of influencer he is.
While we're on Instagram, this is a fun video that Jay on Discord shared with us. And actually, this probably would have fit better with the delete Lawz stuff because this is a traffic stop and a bit of a unique one, if you ask me.
Okay.
Hi, how are we doing today? I'm Officer
Good.
Brandon, Springfield Township Police Department.
Okay, stop it, Josh. How are you?
So the reason I stopped you is you are suspended with a warrant for your arrest.
I am?
So do me a favor, turn off the car, put the keys up on the dash, detain you for that warrant, and because you are suspended actively. Oh. Hey.
What?
Come here.
Hello?
The raccoon has her meth pipe.
As what?
Oh my
It's
God.
adorable. Her meth pipe. He's playing with the meth
Hello?
pipe right now.
There's a raccoon in this car now because she's been pulling out. And he's playing with the meth pipe.
No, don't reach for it. That's evidence now.
Oh, I don't want him to have
Well,
that.
that's why I'm gonna do it. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
It's okay.
Okay, you're on Arlington. He'll be here in 2 minutes. I'm right across from my house.
I like that the lady's like, I don't want him to get addicted to meth.
Okay.
Yeah, I care for that raccoon. I don't want him smoking that shit. It's hilarious. I love how much fun the cop is having with this. And the fact that they're like, I've never seen people interact with raccoons like this before. Like it's like a pet raccoon, I guess, in the car.
No, I assume they were like dangerous, right?
Yeah,
I didn't think you were just like, oh, you rascal, get over here.
Yeah, you just tussle their hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what she's smoking meth in.
Okay.
The raccoon's playing with her meth pipe.
All right.
You know, we watch so many videos where people are treating the police like assholes and they have to deal with all this nonsense. This guy's having a good time.
It's
doing
adorable.
his shift, yes.
And the people under arrest are kind of like, hey, let's get back to business here. We're under arrest. We're criminals. Come on.
Yeah, right. Fun is fun, but come on. Get me to the precinct. Stat.
Oh, there's no way. He's trying to smoke it.
All right. Thanks.
There's no way. All right. Enough fun and games.
Here.
Again?
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, he's on his way here.
Keep an eye. She was trying to take the meth pipe out of the car. Just keep an eye on her real quick.
She's armed and dangerous. Just make sure.
Yeah. I'm going to be playing with this raccoon for a while. If you guys can just cover me. This raccoon's really funny.
Yeah, no, she's a real threat and has made a few gestures to her throat towards me, but this thing's adorable.
All right. Yeah, I thought that was fun. Let's head over to TikTok. I got some stuff to talk to you about over on TikTok.
Okay.
TikTok's a psyop by the Chinese to fuck up the minds of our youth and some other people too. So let's talk quite a lot about these TikTokers we stalk and know. Oh, TikTok fucking blows.
All right. So first thing I want to talk to you about is a person we featured on the show before. People don't seem to like her or him. I don't know.
No.
They're Fuzz99 with 3 Z's, the Hebrew Hammer. The Hebrew Hammer sent this in. Apparently, there was a holiday that just passed that I didn't even realize was a holiday.
Memorial Day?
Nope. Good guess.
Damn it.
Good guess. Not the one. We're going to find out together.
Happy Agender Pride Day!
Do you know it was Agender Pride Day?
I did. I didn't get you anything this year.
What an asshole.
Living is hard. Oh man, am I proud of all my agender friends for being alive and existing and just being here on this earth with me right now. Today is all about our agender friends celebrating their existence. And
I'm not familiar with this term, Mike. Do you have any agender friends?
I don't, unfortunately, that I know of anyways. But so I'm assuming that means you don't have a gender?
I've heard of asexuals.
Sure, that makes sense to me. You don't have sex.
Right. You're not into it. Agender.
What are you if you're agender? What?
I thought
does that mean?
non-binary was that. What, right? Isn't non-binary an agender, or is it a different thing?
Non-binary is you can be called him or her, right? No, am I wrong?
celebrating their
I don't
existence and us cheering them on and making it known and knowing that being agender is a valid gender identity. Whether our agender friends feel like they don't have a gender, they
Hold on a second. Who's determining what the valid gender identities are? Where do I look this stuff up?
Yeah, that's the start of a confusing. I'm sure they are going to tie it all together, but to say whether or not our friends know they have a gender, it's like, well, clearly they don't, right? That's what you're saying.
It's kind of the definition of that,
Yeah.
I would think. I don't even know why I'm getting lectured because I didn't ask. I didn't ask about agender. I mean, I'm asking you now, but
True.
Before this video was made, I didn't.
Well, they only get this chance once a year to speak out. So.
feel like they don't have a gender, they don't want a gender, they feel a little gender neutral, or they just experience a lack of gender. All are valid feelings.
What does that mean?
Reasons.
Experience a lack of gender.
Oh, I'm
All
feeling
are
so much
valid.
gender today.
As to why our friends identify as agender. And every agender friend is different from another agender friend. So every reason, feeling, experiences that every single agender friend goes through is valid and does not make them less or more of an agender
Jesus
friend.
Christ. You know, I think they might have one thing in common. They need attention. I think every one of your agender friends needs a lot of attention.
Yeah, this guy really sounds like Bill Burr, huh, gang? I'm back, baby.
They are who they are. And again, that is valid. And we love all our agender friends. Yo!
Imagine liking someone because of the gender they pick.
The gender they aren't.
The gender they aren't, right. That's why I like someone. It might be a real asshole, though. You don't know. No. They're all amazing. Oh, okay.
Or just like thinking of someone that doesn't have a gender and you're like, I may not like you, but god damn it. Do I respect it?
I respect the hell out of your decision.
You've
No, I
got
have a
balls or don't, or whatever.
I don't know if I can say that or if we're not friends anymore, but all right. While we're over here on TikTok, there's a certain guy that I keep an eye on. I like to see what he's up to see what's doing on his show.
Opie Radio. The Opie Radio Podcast.
That's right, the Opster.
Unfortunately, I know what he's up to, but
The Opster is on TikTok, and he's posting some videos, a lot of stuff from his podcast. He repurposes for TikTok, like hanging out at Gebhard's with the owner, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And here's an example of that.
Just trying to live, laugh, love, man.
Do you have that in your bathroom? Live,
Laugh,
love.
I don't.
Then you got the seashell soap that
Nope.
no one's allowed to use.
Got a Slayer poster.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In your bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's fire.
Yep, that was the entire video. So Matt,
that's insane. No. Don't blow by that. It can't end there.
Matt has a Slayer poster in his bathroom, which is a cool brag if you're 15 years old. It's 1987, but I don't think an adult in 2025 should be excited about that.
No, it's really sick, man.
I know.
These guys are edgy.
Opie's like, what do you have, like live, laugh, love in your bathroom? Like, no, I've Slayer. How about that?
That's where it's like, I think I heard you guys talking about this maybe around the Ron the Waiter conversation. But like, does Matt at least is a more normal human being? He's not a caricature like Ron the Waiter is.
Yeah.
Is Opie like, oh, this is a cool guy? Like he's really
Yes.
funny and interesting.
Oh yeah, Opie. It definitely respects Matt because Matt actually has a life and runs businesses and is successful. And the rest of the clowns he hangs out with, I don't get it. I can't understand why Littlefoot's around. He doesn't add anything. Ron the Waiter makes his show so much worse.
It's amazing. So I'm doing in honor, I guess you could say, of George Wendt passing, Norm from Cheers.
Yep.
You may remember that Opie and Jim. It was still the Opie and Anthony show, but it was just Opie and Jim had a famously horrible interview with George Wendt.
Yes.
And I went back and listened to it for the first time since like we knew Opie how he is. And it's interesting because you kind of see him like wanting to blow up the interview, but holding back a little because Jim doesn't want him to. It's interesting. I'll go through the whole thing. But what's makes it more interesting is now here like playing these clips and being like, he was willing, celebrities would come into that show and Opie would tear up their books and piss on the pages and hang up on them. He would do all this stuff to people with like an actual story.
Yep.
And Matt can talk about his dumb fucking Slayer poster. And Opie's like, awesome, man. That's so cool.
And not only that, but then he also repurposes that for his TikTok, an 18-second video.
Look at this, guys.
Look at how cool my friend is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Norm from Cheers because that's the next clip I have on here is Ron the Waiter talking about the bar in Boston that's supposed to be the Cheers bar.
Oh, God.
You're gonna like
we
this
also have
one.
clam chowder here, gang.
You're going to like this,
Oh,
buddy.
good.
So the Bull and Finch is the inspiration for Cheers,
your alibi.
which is right around the corner for me on Beacon Hill.
Don't go in.
It's a
'Cause
fucking tourist trap.
No, don't go in because the inside doesn't look like the,
It's not the same shit.
I went in once when I was living in Boston.
Did you go in?
And know what I said? As loud as I can. And you gotta believe me. I go, this is bullshit. Because it didn't look like the set.
So what did it look like?
In here.
So they didn't even attempt to make it. I never went in. Dude, I lived around the corner. I never went in. So they didn't attempt to make it look like the bar. Not at all.
I think they're thinking of two different bars, by the way,
Probably,
because
yeah.
there's the Bull and Finch that the show Cheers is based on,
right?
And then there's a Cheers bar that is a lot cornier, and it sounds like that's what Opie walked into and yelled, "This is bullshit."
That's
Because
some
if-
anecdote.
If he walked into the Bull and Finch and yelled, "This is bullshit," someone that's just having a beverage at the bar would have looked up and gone, "What the fuck is this guy's problem?" and gone back to his drink.
Were we supposed to recreate Cheers after Cheers tried to recreate this? What do you want from us?
Right. So, or the other option is that Opie did that in the bar that did recreate Cheers, and everyone's like, "Yeah, no, we know. We're just tourists. We're taking pictures with Sam Malone."
Well, I love that. And this is a clip that he put up on his TikTok. They're talking about this bar that Ron's never been to, and Opie's anecdote was, "I went in there and yelled, 'This is bullshit.'"
Yeah.
Good stuff, guys. Glad you brought that up.
More edginess where this 60-year-old is like, "Isn't that cool?" That I said, "Fuck the." It's like we were talking about some band on KMS the other day, brand new, I think. Like Justin is a fan of some. It's like Blink-182 stuff.
Okay,
but it's funny to me, like the idea of these older bands now that were like, "Fuck mom and dad and the principal," and now they're like older, and that's kind of what Opie is, where he's like, "Fuck you, squares! I'm telling my principal to go screw." And it's like, ooh, who's this guy?
You don't think it's working for a 63-year-old Opie? Is that what you're saying? It's not.
I guess that's if you
not the right
summarize
attitude.
it. Yeah.
Well, the other thing that Opie's been doing, and we've been covering this pretty well on WATP. I'm sure you've seen Opie's pranks when he's unleashed.
Boy, have I. Oh, he's very unleashed.
Oh, yes. And he's got a specific prank that he's been doing a lot lately. He's very proud of himself. And he did put this one up on TikTok. So I thought we could watch this together and get your thoughts on this.
Nice.
Huh? That's beautiful. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no. Oh, no. Oh, it's for my grandma. She used to live in here. Jesus. All right. Let's get out of here.
That's it. So he points his phone at different things, and then when people walk in the sight of his camera, he yells at them.
Yeah. Really shows, say what you want about them, there is an art to what the Impractical Jokers do. You have to get those 15-year-olds' phone numbers first, and it's a whole thing.
Well, yes, there's that part of it.
No, but there is an art to that stuff. That Opie's not really. He's like, if I just yell something out that's awkward and weird, there's the video.
Yep. Yeah. Opie, and he's been doing these pranks specifically for weeks, where he's filming something. There was a Banksy that he was filming. There was that bridge, the Bow Bridge that he was filming, and he just yells at people for getting in the way. And
He's Dennis the Menace. He's Dennis. He thinks he's like some young punk kid who's causing all sorts of trouble in the neighborhood.
But I guarantee people think he's just like a homeless guy.
Yeah, or mentally ill.
Yeah, just a mentally ill guy off of his meds. There's a lot of them in New York City. They deal with it all the time.
Yeah, they're like, okay, sir. We played one in that video where he's walking around Harlem, and he gets in some lady's way, and he just yells like, "Oh, you're in my way!"
Yep.
And she's like, "You're filming in the street, man," and just keeps walking. And he goes, "Take a joke, lady." And it's like, how would anyone know? She didn't handle it poorly. She didn't embarrass herself. Like,
right.
How would anyone else take that? Why are you laughing at her?
That Harlem stuff that you showed on Blind Mike Project was really enlightening. When Opie's going around and just like he doesn't understand the etiquette of it at all. That he's wasting these people's time. They expect a tip. They expect him to purchase something if he's going to be there putting them on his video. But I love the people because Harlem, they're like, "Hey, don't fucking film me, motherfucker." And you just see Opie's like camera go right to the sidewalk a few times. Just like, "Oh, yep, sorry, my bad."
I was on. He didn't see it on my channel, but I was still. I took some pride in the fact that I watched Anthony break down those clips.
Oh yeah,
and he was like, "What the fuck? I'm the racist one."
Yeah, right. Yes, Anthony actually sent me a text when he saw us talking about the Harlem stuff.
Yeah,
he's like, "It really is amazing." Opie shows his true colors. All right, we do have some great stuff to get to, including Woke Dad and someone getting misgendered at Disney. But first, I want to thank the people who are here to support our show.
Yay, Super Chats.
And of course, the best way to do that is to go over to supertip.gg/WATP. You can also super chat us right here on YouTube. And you can buy a membership, gift a membership. All of that goes to Mike and me. And who are these socials? G-Rob coming in with a super tip. It says, only use Chili's Trifold if you enjoy an arrest. Yeah. Seriously, it's always going to escalate to that, the way that he tells you to deal with the police.
I know my rights, bitch!
Hey,
hand him a piece of paper.
Catalano TV coming in with $5.
Carl, what's up, my wigger? What's with you trying to rap music with my boy Alex Stain? Don't you know? You got to have soul in your heart. We will be watching you. What's up, my wigger? Blind Mike.
Oh, hello, Joe.
What's up, Joey C? I was just on Alex's show with Joey C, as we were talking about. Yeah. At the end, Alex is like a freestyle rap thing, and I decided I was feeling frisky, so I jumped up and started rapping with him. Didn't go
God.
great.
I didn't make it that far.
Yeah, thank God. Wasn't my
Something told me to turn it off.
Thank God. Wasn't my best performance. Chardy McDennis, $2 says, literally just watched Normal World. Good shit, Lady K. Well, thank you very much for checking that out. Yes, go watch Normal World on Blaze TV. It's on YouTube. It's on their channel, Normal World's channel.
Check it out. I like Dave Lindo.
Oh, Dave's great. He's so funny. And yeah.
He was at the when I went to the mothership, he popped in for like 5 or 10 minutes and he did very well.
Yeah, he's a very good comic. He's going to be performing with us in Detroit, September 12th. Tickets will go on sale for that soon. We'll have WATP live in Detroit, and Dave will be there.
Nice.
Very excited about that. Voltaire, 325, $5. It's Carl. You should be applauded for keeping your composure while doing a show with Blind Mike, the notorious leftist, Pinko Bill Burr.
I changed.
Because of me. I'm going to call Craigers.
Oddly enough, I've woken up.
I'm going to call Craigers. Let him know I deserve a little credit for this transformation that's happened.
Yeah. Well, then it is fair. My argument when I've done it on my show has always been, you guys are agreeing with Craig. Do you hear yourselves?
Yeah, it's a little tougher on this program.
Yeah.
Chad's missing upper lip says, all this to Mike to pay Justin to mow his lawn.
I appreciate that. Yes, Justin has volunteered to mow the lawn at my new house. And
excellent.
I'm glad, because I'll need that. Much like Chili DeCastro, I'll need a fund of $5,000.
Yes. This one came in from Matt Fish, and I don't know if this fits on our show at all, but it's about E-Bombs World, which is a website I used to work for back in the day. Were you familiar with E-Bombs World when you were a kid?
Only in name. I knew it existed. I never went there.
Okay, so yeah, this is interesting. I got to send this over to E-Bomb, my other friends like Jay, who I used to work with over there.
E-Bombs World still exists. Still exist. We still exist.
Just a bunch of old people on computers.
Now that's funny marketing.
It is good. We don't steal anymore.
We post videos on our website.
All right, very good. I'll definitely have to send that to the guys. I think they'll get a kick out of that.
It's good to know they're coming back.
Number one Kumiakok put this in our Discord when I was in Atlanta this afternoon. I was looking through our Discord server to see what kind of things we should be checking out tonight on WATS. And this is a person who isn't pulling it off. So this is a man trying to be a woman, not pulling it off, and sets up his phone everywhere he goes, hoping that people fuck up, and then he can cause a scene.
Gotcha. That's a better prank than Opie's doing. I'll give him that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if Opie was pretending to be a chick and getting misgendered, that would be good. Opie, you can steal that one. You can have it. So this is getting served like layers of bread. They come out. I'm sure you're familiar with like seafood. They'll have like a tower, and there's like 3 layers of different seafood and stuff like that.
Sure.
This is that, but with bread. Which
is interesting.
Odd, but I guess that's a thing.
That is fancy looking. Cool.
The bottom is from Thailand.
Coconut bread from Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yes,
Ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Sorry, my bad. And the middle one is from India. It's the papadom with the gingerbread chutney.
Okay.
And the third is from Brazil. It's a cheese bread with the guava sauce.
Thank you. It just like totally sucks the joy out of this bread tower. Makes me want to immediately like leave because I no longer feel like safe here. It's like, oh, my guard now has to be up. I'm not going to enjoy this bread as much because my guard is up. We should be able to go places and not have to worry. I don't think I really want this bread tower, actually. I think I'd rather have the check, if that's
Yes,
okay.
ma'am, yeah.
I think that's the training. We're supposed to say friend or just not use gendered language.
Can you fucking imagine? Oh, yeah, here it is, sir. Oh, it's ma'am, actually. You know what? I don't even want food. I'm out of here. Oh, God damn. This is why people don't know what to do around people like you.
Right. Like I've heard Norton's wife talk about this.
Yeah.
And actually has like a good perspective where it's like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, I get it's confusing for people or whatever. To do this is just, you're trying to cause a problem. It's not about this issue. It's just that, on this, you have the moral high ground. So no one's going to publicly question you on it, especially if you're filming them. So, like, you can get away with this, but it could be anything. It could be if they fucked something up on the bill or whatever discrepancy there is, you would treat people like this.
Language. It's like a pretty big thing that Disney has done. Nothing was wrong with bread. I just don't want it anymore. Just because they apologize doesn't mean she doesn't feel sad or offended. Exactly.
Not good enough.
It's never good enough.
Right? Like, if you've accidentally ever hurt someone and say, I'm so sorry, it was an accident, do you expect them to be like, oh, it was an accident? Of course.
How do you get hurt?
Yes.
How does this hurt you?
No, but I would expect that.
Yeah, right.
If someone's hurt me and said, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that.
Still fuck you though. I want to act like you meant it.
Of course, no problem whatsoever. All of that hurt is now undone. That's not how it works.
Sorry about what happened.
It's okay. I would love to pay for the drink, please.
No, the drink is on me too. So
You don't. Are you sure?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you
Sorry
very
about
much.
that.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Shamed the
What made you be
person
so kind to me today?
Right, yes, exactly. Shame the person to comping the drink as well. Ugh, what a piece of shit.
Jesus.
All right, and it's Disney too. It's like, really? It's not woke enough? Is Disney not woke enough for you?
And exhausting enough.
Right. Fuck.
No day at Disney is fun.
All right, we got to talk about our boy Dan Alexander.
Sitting in my mobile coffee shop, making videos about my transvestite children for TikTok.
Now, again, I've been very busy today going to wrong airports and catching planes and things, so I have not even watched these clips yet. I'm excited to see because I hear Dan's not really TikToking as much these days anymore.
Oh, no, he addresses that.
Okay, good. Well, before I get into what you sent me, I want to show you, I left this off last week because we had so much Dan Alexander stuff, so I saved it for this week. But this is going back a few years now, I think 3 years. And we've talked about how he's been trying to be an influencer, and he's tried a lot of different ways to be an influencer. And of course, like the woke dad thing is what caught on because he's saved that person's life, and now he has to do this for humanity.
Yeah.
But this is back when he was trying to get his followers to enter a contest that he was putting on.
Oh,
you know what I haven't done in a hot minute?
And by the way, this is from woke.dad on TikTok, also record lover in our Discord, who covers him very well. This is from 2021.
You know what I haven't done in a hot minute? A drawing contest. Do you guys want to be drawn?
So pretty simple. If you want to be drawn, here's the rules. I'm going to pick one person completely at random who's commented on this video. Yeah, this one right here. And I'm going to draw them. Now, just remember though, guys, this has absolutely nothing to do with the size of your account. It's probably important to add though that I don't care about likes, comments, follows, shares, any of that. But if you don't follow me, then I probably can't DM you back. So it's at your own risk.
Yeah.
So you never know. It could be you. Do you want to be drawn?
So he thinks that this is like this really cool thing. Like, oh my gosh, Dan would draw me? That's amazing. So
The Daniel Alexander?
I know, what a fucking retard. So this is the post you put out after that one. Let's see how things are going with this getting drawn by Dan contest. Yeah.
Is this thing on? I mean, I'm beginning to think it doesn't work because I offered to do a drawing to draw somebody, to do an art page. And all you had to do was be a
Why
friend of
would you
mine
make
and
this
comment.
video?
Isn't this amazing? just to pretend you never put it out there, Dad. Just
Right,
move on.
exactly. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, right. Or draw a random person and be like, this is the person you want or something, you know?
A friend of mine and comment, and almost nobody commented. So if you want to be in the drawing, to get a drawing, just comment.
We've spoken. We aren't interested.
Right, yes. Nobody gives a shit about you drawing them. Dan.
You told us to give you drawings. We did not. That's the end of this transaction. It's done.
Yeah, I feel like this is Adam Bush talking to skinny Chad Zumach all over again. It's like, well, Carl never said no. No, I think he did say no. I think that's exactly what he was saying.
That's like someone stopping someone empty-handed on the way out of the store and going, I noticed you didn't buy anything today. What? It seems like you wanted something, but you didn't get anything. Why? Can I direct you to the things you wanted to buy? No, I'm good. I
No, we're
didn't
good.
find anything I wanted.
I don't want anything here today. I'm trying to leave.
Do either of those videos end with him talking about what a good drawer he is and then turning his pockets inside out and going, but I don't got no art studio to draw nothing in.
This was before the art studio grift.
I didn't know he was planting the seed back then.
All right, well, let's get into your clips. You have one that's called Face of Welfare.
I mean, it explains itself. It's his first the first words out of his mouth. So,
okay.
Daniel, take it away.
I am the face of welfare. When you think about the average American on welfare, I want you to think about...
Scarier than I thought.
Well, he is from Syracuse, so I'm going to give it to him.
And on welfare, I want you to think about me. Picture my face, because As a child, I dealt with food insecurity. I dealt with housing insecurity. Now, as an adult, I've never had to rely on that because I'm an active contributing member of society.
I wish he had more insecurity. It would really go a long way for him.
Yes.
He's a little too secure with himself, I'm being honest.
Yeah, confidence is not this man's issue.
Right.
Thanks to those social programs growing up. My mom was a single mom, and we survived.
What a whore.
And now she's some cunt Trump supporter. But back then...
Right, that's right. I forgot about that.
We didn't thrive. Thanks to those programs, we always had a roof over our head. We always had food on our table. We had health care. My mom was able to get an education, and she was able to crawl my family's way into the middle class out of poverty because of those programs.
Gosh, I know so many white guys who have this exact same story in 2025, just crawling their way out of poverty in order to get to that middle class. Who's he kidding with this?
But let's say he is like a welfare success story. What defines he works 4 hours a day at a mobile company.
Well, he also raises a bunch of money from idiots, so he's got that going too.
Because of those programs, me and my sister and my mom are all contributing members to the systems that invested in us growing up. And I need you to remember that these are investments in society. These aren't just people looking for handouts, because people are not looking to live at the cusp of survival.
Again, why am I getting lectured? I don't understand. Like, these people go on their TikTok and just start lecturing people about shit. You're like, all right, man, we weren't even having this conversation. I don't know.
The people who make these laws are not looking at Dan's like, oh, shit, all right. No, you know what? We'll keep the welfare program.
You're right.
Survival all the time. These are investments. You either invest in people this way, or you invest in people in things like prison. Because a vast majority of the people in prison come from places of poverty, come from places of survival.
John Cerasani makes better investments.
Here's $500 to play blackjack if you'll sit next to me.
If you uplift people, you don't only uplift your entire community, but you don't give them reasons to get into trouble in the first place.
Well, he knows a lot about trouble, because I don't know if you remember this, Mike, but he was drinking a bottle of Coca-Cola on the concrete jungle.
Oh, yes,
and
I do remember
he
that.
dropped the Coca-Cola, the bottle broke. Yeah. And the police came and arrested his black friend.
They shot and killed his black friend. I remember.
They sat on his neck for 8 minutes.
I remember.
So he knows about how this goes.
But even like,
when
if you want to make a pro welfare argument, go for it. But don't do it in this pandering way, as if every person that's on welfare is doing it. Like, it's just a silly, childish argument to have.
No, Mike. Every single person who got welfare when they were younger became part of the middle class.
Marvelous success. I know. Yep. I know.
It's definitely working out perfect.
When you think about welfare, you think about social programs, I want you to remember my face. I am a success story, and the vast majority of people.
Honestly, I think I probably will think of his face when I think about social programs. Unfortunately, putting a bad taste in my mouth.
I don't know if that's helping the vote.
No, definitely not.
Who grew up under those systems. They're also success stories. These aren't just handouts. These are investments.
Okay.
That is like kidnappers speak. Like, don't forget this face, motherfucker.
I know. It's
Jesus.
Is he trying to intimidate me? What's going on right now? All right. The next one we have here, you called Not Again.
This is, you're not going to believe me.
Okay.
I swear to you, go to his TikTok after the show, folks. This was recent. It was this week that he posted this clip.
Okay.
Wasn't all that long ago, maybe just a few years ago, that a man assaulted me in a Walmart bathroom because he thought I was a woman. Now, to give you a little context.
I mean, how many times?
Thank God he assaulted you. You wouldn't have any content if that hadn't happened to you.
It doesn't seem possible that he's milked this many videos out of it.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I was wearing a t-shirt that said, ask me how to protect trans kids.
Yep.
And it was something I made. It was printed front and back. It had a QR code on it, and it was intended to get people to go to
punch you in the face at the urinal. Yes, and it worked. Congratulations.
But if it was that, then he should talk about it. Not this often, but he should talk about it a lot. It wasn't. That's not the incident.
Wait, what do you mean?
He didn't get punched at the urinal.
Oh, right. Yeah, right.
The guy said The guy said, "Hey, come on, get out of here, pal." That's the
Yeah.
assault he's talking about.
Right.
The page for a Senate bill in the state of New York that protected the trans community. It was a bill that we later actually did get passed into law. So
Did we did. We did. You had nothing to do with it, Dan.
I never knew he was a part of that. That's pretty cool. You should mention it more often.
He's the one who got it passed somehow.
Yeah, he did.
Roots movements work and the trans community safer in the state of New York because of it. Why am I sharing all of this with you? Well,
I don't know.
That was the very moment that I went from ally to accomplice, because that was the very first moment that my own personal safety was at risk for supporting a community
What a hero.
that I didn't belong to.
Someone should write a
my journeys.
Isn't an accomplice usually involved in a crime?
Yes. Someone should write a book about this guy. Start a religion or something. This guy is a martyr and a hero. It's unbelievable. What he's done. Very Jesus-like.
Ally to accomplice for the crime I perpetrated on the people of New York.
Hey, have we cut off some boobs from children? Yeah, of course we have. I'm an accomplice to that.
We made your kids irreversibly weird, and I was an accomplice
yeah.
in that.
Hey, we blocked some puberty. I'm an accomplice in that. Sure.
That I didn't belong to. And my journey's changed since that moment. I have put my feet to the fire many a times to keep people safe in communities that I don't belong to.
I've put my feet to the fire. He had another metaphor that I just glanced over, but he doesn't know how to talk real well. I put my feet to the fire. That's not what that means.
Oh no, it's certainly not.
Okay.
Put my feet.
Put my nose to the
that's-
grindstone is what you might want to say. But...
Feet to the fire is like they had him on the witness stand.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I've put my feet to the fire many a times to keep
Many
people
a times.
safe
He's put his
in
feet to the
communities that I don't belong to. I think if you've followed my page for very long, you've noticed that I do a lot of kids' baskets and supporting kids.
No, you don't. You have an Amazon wish list. And you tell people to order that shit so it gets sent right to your house.
You make us do it and take the credit for it.
Fucking asshole. I think he's got stock in Crayola. I think that's what's going on here.
But I've just partnered with the local Pride committee. And I'm going to be helping with Pride this year because now more than ever there are people.
I've never heard just a
within that
guy
community.
with this many partnerships.
Also, just do your fucking charity thing. I don't know why you need credit for it all the time. He's going to partner with Pride. Like, yeah, we knew that. We know.
But Dan isn't bringing anything to the table in this. It's a one-sided partnership.
Of course.
I've partnered with this company and that company. By the way, this is a guy a few weeks ago that was like, "Screw corporate. I don't work with corporations." This is the second company he's partnered with.
Who don't feel safe, and they deserve to see people like me, cis, straight, white dudes out there standing with
cis, straight, white dudes. Ugh.
Let's all get past it. It was hurtful to all of us that he even said it.
and standing proud. So if you've ever contributed to one of my baskets through a wish list or anything, you'll notice that I put a bunch of Pride bracelets in my wish list so that hopefully I have a big
He's an adult man.
Holy shit. By the way, next time you're buying crayons and coloring books, also buy some of these bracelets. It'll help keep LGBTQ kids safe. What?
We don't even have to exaggerate. Just pick apart that sentence. I have a bunch of wish lists. I have a bunch of bracelets on my wish list.
Let's hear that again. This is crazy.
And they deserve to see people like me, cis, straight, white dudes out there standing with them and standing proud. So if you've ever contributed to one of my baskets through a wish list or anything, you'll notice that I put a bunch of Pride bracelets in my wish list so that hopefully I have a big offering to be able to show people love. Now, of course, I always hand out free dad hugs, so hopefully I see some of you there.
Stop saying that,
You
Dan.
gotta stop doing that, Dan. These are children.
This is not us mocking you, Daniel. We're
No.
actually giving you good advice. Stop saying that.
Stop hugging children who are strangers. What are you doing?
You want a free dad hug?
Ugh.
What does that mean?
But take this moment to go show someone some love. Whatever community they belong to, whoever they are, show kindness. Because
even Trump supporters? Any community? Because doesn't this guy not show love to people who are in that community? Doesn't he?
Obviously not hellish scum. I mean, real human beings.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you for clarifying.
all this hate we're dealing with, all this hate we're living through, it doesn't disappear without being overwhelmed by love.
Okay. I'm not sure what the message was on that, to be honest with you. I got a little lost in that one.
He talks like a teenage girl in a bad, like, Twilight type of movie. When he's like, I love with my whole heart. I want to be overwhelmed by love. It's like a poorly written, not romantic comedy, but like The Notebook type of movie, you know?
Yes. We have a couple more Woke Dad videos to go through, but first, I want to thank someone very special for this show.
Super chat now. God's gonna read a super chat. Super chat. Oh, come on now. Mike would do it, but he can't. Hey!
He refuses to. He won't. KJ coming in with $50 on supertip.gg/WATP. Thank you so much, KJ, for continuing to support the show. Looking forward to seeing you next month. We're getting close to Boston time. WATPlive.com for tickets. June 21st.
I heard Lucy Tightbox is excited to see me. That's very intimidating.
Oh,
I have to
she's
wear
very
my best
excited.
dress.
She's very excited to hang with you. KJ says, I admire Vinny for pressing Tom on showing him behind the curtain of his comedy, but boy, was that awkward. Just nothing there. It was a very interesting interview. I
know, that fucking hack Vinny Paulino having the balls to question Tom. I thought it was weird, too.
When he was talking about word economy with Tom, it was very funny. Tom just didn't get it. He's like, yeah, I know. It's a lot of words. What do you mean?
I will say Tom is he's pretty skilled at evading a question.
He sure is, yes. And Adam wouldn't let him get away with that too much. Steve Morton, $5. So when Bill Burr cries about brown people, it's cringe. But when Anthony cries about brown people, it's peak comedy? Oh, this guy's on your side.
I don't think it's a perfect point, because I'd have to see Anthony being like that. If you send me a clip of Anthony doing the equivalent of that, I'd happily break it down. But I do think Anthony is not necessarily comedy first, but at least like entertaining anger first, you know?
Correct, but also there are times when Anthony's not going for comedy in the slightest. For sure.
Absolutely. And those clips I'd be happy to break down. I just don't watch his show enough anymore.
Madame Priest, $5 says, hey, Mike and Carl, what do you think of Tom Meyer's WTP interview? Oh, we were just talking about that. It was really awkward / uncomfortable and hilarious at the same time to me. Yes, I was laughing out loud. I was checking it out this morning while I was driving to the wrong airport. And I thought it was very well done by those guys. I was proud of Tom for sticking to it. He was on a long time.
I agree. Tom and Chris did a great job. And the other two, I thought, kind of embarrassed themselves.
I come buckets. Heard Mike smash Nikki Glazer. Nice.
Yes, I sang the Bob Saget song to her, and she was very moved.
I believe it.
Because I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell I'm doing here? I don't belong here.
I don't know why these are not playing in the very first couple words, but yes, that little Radiohead.
Oh, I could hear it.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to Woke Dad. Thank you guys for the support. Thanks for supporting the show. We definitely appreciate that. This one you call Joy.
It's another one. This is just what he's telling us, that he hasn't been experiencing enough joy. You actually alluded to this at the start of the segment.
Okay, yeah. I think I did see this in the Discord.
I keep hearing lately, Dan, we haven't seen you on our FYP. Where have you been?
Yes!
And the reality is I haven't been creating a lot of content.
What?
And that's for a really specific reason. It's because I surround myself with joy.
I'm sorry. We'll get to this douchiness in a second. Can we just break down the first part of this? The
Yes.
idea that we're all like, Daniel, where are you? Please.
He puts out a video that's a minute 22 seconds once a day. Is there anyone who's just going, shit, I don't have my Dan content today? It's the difference.
Yeah, he hasn't posted as many ridiculous, but he posts like 4 times a week. Some of them are just insufferable, so there's not as many good ones. But
this is hilarious, though. I love that the feedback is, we're just not getting enough of you, Dan. We need more of you. He's just like, guys,
please come back.
We are running him off the internet. I think that's what's happening. I'm taking full credit for this one.
But what do we do? What are we to do? Not talk about
I don't know. I did it to Stuttering John. I'll probably do it to Opie. I don't know what to do.
You did it to Matarese. Matarese is the worst.
Yes. Oh, my God. I totally fucked up Joe Matarese for you.
Yeah.
You should be mad at me about that.
But Red Bar did the same thing to Matter. It's a Matter.
Yep.
If I could get mad at you about it, I would. But
And the joy that I surround myself with, I'm struggling to find that here nowadays. So I want your help. First,
he must be deleting so many comments. That's what that translates to. He's like, I'm struggling to find the joy because I have to go in there and delete all your fucking comments, you assholes.
Stop being joyless.
I want your help. First off, I'm going to give you a task. I want you to stitch this and show me some joy because I've been trying to fix my FYP for months. And I'm not...
What's he talking about? What's FYP? Front page?
For you page.
For you page, okay.
Yeah.
Seeing any joy. But I want to tell you a little bit about the joy that I live in my life.
Please.
I mean, there are 4 stunning kids. They're all teens, and they're all doing amazing and fun and creative things, including...
Like sleeping with people of the same gender and pretending that they're the other gender than the one they were born, like amazing stuff like that, right?
Fun.
Cool. Good stuff.
He only had 2 kids. Why are kids multiplying?
Well, because his partner has 2 kids.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
And I think that he lives with his partner, so he probably sees the stepkids more than he sees his kids.
Okay.
Because that bitch narcissist ex-wife of his.
Right. She's really nasty and raises the children for him.
including getting prepared for college. Now, my partner is also an amazing human being, and she's out there in the world making it a better place, working on child and adolescent development, doing...
Oh, God. Is that really what she does? Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's awful.
things that make a difference in the world. You guys see me every once in a while making baskets for kids to hand out in my community or helping the food bank.
He is leaning into that so hard. Why is he so proud of himself with these stupid coloring books?
Well, he's very proud. He suckers people into buying him gifts, and then
he hands them out and gets all the credit for it.
Yeah, it's a nice system he's got going.
And Mike, I'm sorry, but he literally hands out pens and paper and crayons. These are things that kids are just like, cool, thanks.
This is like if Santa was real but didn't give out any presents and was taking credit from all the parents and being like, "No, kids, that was me. That was
Your
Santa
mom told
Claus."
You she got that? No, I'm Santa Claus. I did that.
I think working on the art studio, which has taken some big leaps and bounds. But
we haven't heard about the art studio in a minute, actually, Dan.
That's true. I wonder why that is.
I wonder why that is.
My whole life is surrounded in joy, and if I don't see that joy reflected back at me, then that starts to take away from my joy. So
can you guys just be nice? This is what this video is. Hey guys, welcome to my TikTok. Can you guys just be like cool now? Can we just be cool?
Just stop?
Can you guys just stop? Like, seriously, we get it. I'm an asshole. Stop, please. I don't want to hear it anymore.
if you can help me, point out some of the joy in your life. I think this whole universe could use joy.
Dan, I get so much joy watching your videos and commenting on them. That's my joy.
Yeah, you are giving us joy, Dan. It's important to remember that.
He is giving us joy. It's amazing. Like, John doesn't realize the real thing that he's doing that benefit the world is getting people to stop drinking because they see him and they go, I don't want to be like that.
Right.
And Dan doesn't realize that he actually is bringing a lot of joy to people who don't think the same as him politically.
It's the equivalent of the seething thing. It's like, Daniel, watch these videos. We're having a hell of a time.
Yes. It's all smiles over here, baby.
Yeah.
All right. You got one on here that's called Dan Classic.
Well, I feel bad for you guys in particular when I look through Daniel's newest videos and we don't have any doozies. We don't have any great stories to give back to you. So sometimes I like to go back in the archives and I find a 2-for-1, which is, I think, what we've got today.
Excellent. All right.
You know what? I didn't get the best response from everybody for wearing this shirt. This shirt that says, "Ask me how to protect trans kids," and shows people how to get to the New York State Senate bill that protects gender-affirming care.
First off, wearing a QR code on clothing is retarded.
Why?
Hey, can you stand still? Hold on. Hey, can you get closer here? I'm just trying to get this QR code.
Oh, well, I could just tell you what the website is. No. Straighten out your shirt.
Yeah. Pull it down tight. So stupid.
I didn't get the best response from everybody at all, but I got the best response from enough. 2 instances to be specific.
Oh, good.
The store right over here, as I was walking in, an older man with a beard down to here and a cane asked me if he could give me a hug.
No, he didn't. No. Brian Johnson was not at that store. He didn't want to give you a hug.
Just father to hello there, young fella. Could I please, in my final hours, give you a hug?
Could you imagine wearing a T-shirt that would get someone to hug you? I can't even imagine what I could possibly wear that people would want to hug me for wearing it.
That seems like his greatest goal, because this video is 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we just played one from the other day where he's like, I'm wearing my free dad hug shirt.
Yep.
Like, he really wants a hug.
Hugs. Yep.
I said, absolutely. I never asked why, and he never told me. But I have a feeling it has something to do with something that he saw in me.
You never asked
And
why?
right here-
You never asked why?
That would be my first question. Like, why? It's
a
why do you want a hug?
stranger, Daniel. What if he
Yeah.
fucking gets you in a bear and takes your wallet? there's no like, oh, this is someone I don't know. Stranger danger, you know?
You know what? Okay, so obviously this didn't happen, but also the whole thing that he never asks why is so he can make his own assumption on it and then tell you what he assumed.
That's true.
Was
This
the
could
motivation.
if this happened,
Yeah.
it could just be a mentally ill person that's like, give me a hug, and Daniel for some reason did it.
Or maybe there's some file sharing and he recognized Daniel from
Yeah, get in here. Bring it
from
in,
the
brother.
from the dark web where they're doing this file sharing. He's just like,
My guy.
some good stuff.
And right here at this store, this hardware store, as I was wandering around, ready to cash out, the young lady behind the counter saw my shirt and scanned the QR code. Found out what it represented, found out what it meant. And
You couldn't just tell her.
Do you
Yes.
do you understand how long he would have to stand still
Yes.
for this?
Yes, and then she's got to go to a website and read about it. He couldn't just be like, oh, actually, it's like this bill I'm trying to get passed in New York State. It's like,
No,
no,
the big
read it.
reveal of her looking up the website and finding out what it is. He would lose out on that if he was just like, oh no, it's for trans kids.
Right.
with tears in her eyes.
She went to a website and started crying. She was
my
so
God.
moved by it.
Oh my God.
Okay, I gotta back this up. This is hilarious.
They're helping. What kind of children?
What it meant. And with tears in her eyes, she was so appreciative for the work, for the effort, for the representation. You don't need to make everybody happy. People deserve to feel seen and loved and heard. Those are the people who need us right now.
Now, if you were helping boys and girls, I wouldn't have gotten so emotional. But these are trans kids, right?
Yeah,
and that's why there's tears streaming down.
Was
my
that like a trans woman or something? Like, why is she tearing up over this? Doesn't make sense.
And why are you standing there silently long enough for all of this to transpire? Like, she has to have you stand still, get the QR code, go to the website, peruse the website long enough to evoke some emotion.
Yeah, scroll through, read about what this bill is going to do and who's going to help out.
Like, it would take longer if the website went to like one of those videos where a dad comes home from service and surprises the kid.
Right? Yeah, then I can see like tears, evoking.
But that would take a few seconds.
Right. That's a good point. Rocco Orby does do $5. Says watching producer Chris slipping into a coma while Tom Myers was rambling was funny. I didn't watch it. I only listened to it. I'll have to go back and.
So you
and
thought
watch
Chris
it.
wasn't there?
Yeah, I just assumed Chris had checked out. He was over at the comedy club, so I just assumed that he was raiding the bar when Tom came on. Mike, we have a voicemail. We probably have other voicemails. I haven't really been checking the voicemails this week because I've been so busy with my travel schedule. But I do have this one that came in. Remember Nunchuck Tyler on the last episode?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
This is for WATS. That Michelangelo guy you had on there, Nunchuck Nick.
Yeah.
Every ceiling picture was broken in the videos you showed.
That's funny.
So he's not that good.
I didn't notice that.
That's
Love
great.
You. Fuck you. Bye.
If he's an
There's holes in
artist,
the
that's
wall.
amazing.
That's funny. I did not notice that. Good observation, sir.
Yes, thank you.
We'll have to check in again on Nunchuck Tyler, but first we need to check in on blindmike.net.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's Why You Laughing is up now. The season finale. We will be doing bonus episodes throughout the summer, and we'll do some episodes that we'll eventually release later, but you guys get them first if you're a member on Patreon or YouTube. We'll be talking about that Opie and Anthony George Wendt interview tomorrow, if you want to get that now. And we just released the top 19 living stand-up comedians, so go check out my list. Tell me if you agree with me. And then Blind Mike Project will be back Sunday at 10 a.m., so check that out as well. BlindMike.net is where you get all those.
Very good. Well, who are these podcasts? We'll be putting out a brand new episode. I'm back in Rochester, back in the studio. And who will be joining me this Saturday for our show? None other than Jim Florentine.
Oh.
He's in town doing stand-up at the Carlson. So get tickets to go see Jim Florentine. I'm going Friday at the early show. And then Jim will be over here in studio Saturday to do an episode of Who Are These Podcasts. It's always fun talking with Jim. He's a really funny guy. So that's going to be great. Really? Is it fun, Carl? We're gonna be 12. We're gonna have a fun conversation. Also, tonight, if you are a member on our Patreon or if you're a member here on YouTube, you'll be able to see a crossover show with Dick Masterson. We're doing a crossover because, of course, Dick's gonna be part of our live show in Boston. So we're doing a show, Honey's Making Money. We're gonna be reviewing, and that's this woman, Honey Brooks, who's an OnlyFans model, this is a very interesting podcast. She has on one of the guys who subscribes to her OnlyFans, who also subscribes to like 90 other women's OnlyFans.
Sure.
And she interviews him about why he likes OnlyFans.
Interesting.
It's very interesting. I was clipping that on the plane. We also have another show we're going to do. It's called Other People's Lives. And on this show, the two hosts interview a woman who has a poop fetish.
Okay.
A woman who gets off on doo-doo. So
Very
that's what we
nice.
cover in on the bonus show. I tell you, we get 2 bonus shows every month. And gosh darn it, we're getting caught up here at the end of the month. This will be our second bonus show. So please support us over on Patreon or here on YouTube.
I got the notification, and I assumed you were uploading a video you already did. You're going live after this?
Mike, this month has just been fucking crazy.
Man.
I know. It's too much. It's just way too much. But
Well, Godspeed, my friend. Jesus.
I got to do it. There was no other time to get a bonus show in before the end of the month.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, you're strict with these rules.
I am. I'm very strict with my rules that I have.
I appreciate that.
So, yeah. So definitely check that out. And thank you guys so much for being here and supporting us here on Who Are These Socials. Mike, let's get out of here.
Have the day you deserve.
Anyway, social media, I'll catch you later, man.
Who are these socials?
That's what this audience wants to hear. They're like, whoa!
Who are these socials?
I'm the one who should apologize. Folks, what you were about to see is real.
With Carl.
Okay, we got it.
And Blind Mike.
Who could have thought of